This video is brought to you by Elgato Gaming. For the best gameplay capture there is, pick up an Elgato today. And sponsored by G2A.com. For the cheapest games, MSP and PSN codes. Links are in the description. Hey guys, how's it going? MasterBucks here. Welcome to another season of the West Ham United career mode. And today we're going to get kicked off with Season 2. A big episode with plenty to get through, plenty of games as well. We've got the whole, international friendly tournament, which I'm not all too keen on playing. I'm probably just going to sim through the whole thing because there are two big games that we have at the start of the next month. Check this stuff out, man. We've got, of course, the Community Shield because we won the FA Cup. We won every single cup competition last season. It was insane. However, we had a pretty disappointing finish to the Premier League. Even though we finished 6th, which for West Ham is amazing, even though we finished 6th, we could have finished a lot higher. But yes, we have the Community Shield. We're going back to Wembley. The last time we went there, that penalty shootout, that FA Cup penalty shootout is easily the most maybe insane penalty shootout I think I've ever had in my time playing FIFA. And then we've got the Copa Europe, or I don't know what it's actually called, if that is what it's actually called, but it's of course the winner of the Champions League going up against the winner of the Europa League, of which we won the Europa League as well, clearly, and Bayern won the Champions League. So a nice little something to play only 2 days after the Community Shield. And by the way, guys, before we go any further, I should just give you a heads up that since it is a brand new season and a brand new episode, and I'm really excited and I want to get the career mode going, the second season going, I have another episode ready to go, and as soon as this episode hits 3,000 likes, if we can get it, then I'm going to upload it straight away. So best of luck with that target, guys. It's a pretty decent target, but if we can hit it, then I'll definitely make sure it goes up immediately. So we're going to start advancing and getting on with that and transfers as well, but before we do, we have to take a look at the team for this season because there are some new faces. Obviously, as you guys know, we picked up a couple of very nice pre-contract players in January of the last season, and we have now got all those players brought in right now. One of those players being Axel Witsel, the only player that we got on a pre-contract that's jumping right into the starting 11. The only player. Axel Witsel, 83 rated. And let's just go through some of these stats. Incredible mental and physical. You take a look at the technical, the skill attributes. Not like a single stat below like 68 or anything. It's incredible. And apart from goalkeeping stats, obviously. And look, he is 28 years of age, not extremely young. He's got a couple more years left on him, I think, before he starts to decline. But, I mean, still a sensational pickup. 4-star skill moves as well. For some reason, I didn't know he had 4 stars. I thought it was just 3. So maybe we're going to be doing some cheeky moves out the back as well. We brought in Tep in, who I think is going to be a very nice replacement for Payet when he eventually gets a little bit too old and starts dropping off. And then Tep probably surpasses him at some point. We've got Sampanara in as well, which I'm very happy about. And also Saido Berahino. Yep, we picked him up too. Continuing along, we've got another defender, a right back, Thomas Callas, who I'm hoping he can develop and get to around about 80s or so. Be a nice backup right back for us. You never know, could grow even higher and get maybe the starting position. Who knows? We'll only have to wait and see. Taking a look as well, we've got, let's see, who else? Pulisic, we loaned him in. We've got Jamie McLaren as well from the A-League. We brought him in. But yeah, they were all the pre-contract players that we got at the start of this season, and obviously that's where they are at the moment. Only one player in the starting 11 now, but I'm sure we'll definitely get a fair rotation, especially now that we have so many incredible players and so much depth in so many areas. I've actually been able to do this. A lot of you guys suggested that I have a second formation or a second team that I can throw in and play cup games or games where, you know how fucked up the fixtures can get, where it's just so clogged up. If my starting 11 players get really, really tired, I just throw in a completely different team. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is that team. All the players that you see in that starting 11 are second string players. None of those are in my proper first 11 team. So, it's still a pretty strong side, isn't it? Intep, Berahino, Feguli, it's a 4-3-3 as well. Just another formation too. Sampanara, Nordveit, Obiang, Cresswell, Oxford, Collins, Byram, Lafont, the goalkeeper. I mean, that's an incredibly strong second team. That's an insane second team. It's so good, the depth, as a matter of fact, that I think I might even hold off on some of the really big money transfers for this transfer window. I'm still going to try to make a couple, but nothing too crazy. Like, I'm definitely thinking about picking up one more centre back. That's something that I'm pretty keen on, and I might even go for a left winger as well. We definitely have plenty on offer. That is obviously for certain. So we'll have to wait and see. And there's also a bunch of other players that I might bring in also on pre-contracts for the next season. And then, of course, maybe even some loan players as well. Just like a couple of younger players that maybe in a season or two can really grow and get to the level where they might be starting 11. But anyway, moving on now, speaking of youth players, we're going to send out these scouts yet again. These guys were able to find a couple of pretty decent plays for me last season, and hopefully they can do the same again. 9 months for England for Sean Davis. As for Yildirim Asker, I think I might send this man away. Croatia, that's a place that you couldn't go to last year, was it? As was Greece, maybe? I don't even know. But like, look, these guys don't even have their leagues in the game, but you can go there. That's interesting. I'm still not going to go there. I think I might go to Spain instead, so we're going to send him to Spain. And as for my final scout, look, I'll be totally honest. I'm just going to say stuff it, and I'm going to send one over to Australia. I really don't think it matters where you send the scout. Like, really, you can send them anywhere, in any country, and I don't know if there are better odds of finding better players. There might be a slight odds, but really, when it comes to getting an absolute superstar, it's quite random. If you take a look at the costs as well, like, it's only 50 grand for nearly an entire year worth in a country. I don't know how that makes any sense, but fine. We're sending him to Australia as well. But anyway, I'm going to start advancing now. We've got a few players transfer listed, a few players loan listed as well. I'm not going to go for any signings just yet. We're going to get through the international friendly tournament. We're going to get through it and then start making some offers. And even though I'm not playing any of these games, I'm hoping that we can get out of it mainly without any injuries and hopefully with a win. And hopefully with a win in the tournament. That'd be sensational. But a 2-1 win to start off. As a matter of fact, I really don't want any injuries, really, because we had a bad run last season. So I might even swap to the second team and just sim with these guys. That is another great thing about having a second side, a second team for you ready. But anyway, moving on. We've now got an offer for Nordveit and for Lacazette. PSG want to try to go for Nordveit, which is kind of interesting. He's 27, 79, not really a starting 11 player at all, but I might be tempted if we can get some good money for him. What if we go for like 20 mil? That's more than double what he's worth. And yeah, sure, let's see. And as for Lacazette, I knew that this was going to be happening. We were going to be getting some huge offers for him after the season he just had. Coming off a 42-goal season and 5 assists. Incredible. 87 rated, only 26, and Bayern want him for 73 mil. My chief executive says we could get him for nearly 110. I'm not even going to bother with the counter offer because this man is just untouchable. I am not getting rid of Lacazette. There are just certain players at a football club that you just cannot get rid of by any circumstances. Mark Noble's definitely one of them right now, and so is Lacazette. One player that probably isn't one of those untouchable players is Parfitt Williams, who was like in the high 50s last season. He's 20 years of age, 61. We have so many players on our list right now. I really have to start getting rid of some of the lower rated players, some of the older players as well, and unfortunately this man falls into that category, so we're probably going to let him go. Lanzini as well, definitely another one of those very untouchable players right about now, coming off the back of a sensational season. He just kept getting injured, that's what sucked. But again, was too good for me last season. He's still quite young, he can get better, and I'm going to keep him. Alright, second game now to simulate. And we're rocking with the second team, and Feghoulie's already scored. And we'll go to draw the game 2-2. No injuries though, so I'll take it. Now for a bit more player training, we've got, by the way, these are the drills that I'm going to start off with for the first month or two. I don't even know how long I'm going to go for. But Oxford, Borum, and Fosu-Mensah, they're the ones that are getting drills right now. So let's see how the first batch of drills go. B, D, C, C, and D. Decent. No one's gone up by anything. It's early days. Just got news that Williams has sold, so he's out of the team now. And Paris Saint-Germain will pay 17.5 for Nordveit. That's a very decent amount of money right there for a player that's in the latter stages of his career at the moment and is like only 9 mil. Look, he's definitely not one of the better players in my team at that position as well. We've got plenty of depth in that area, and I think it's a sensible transfer for us if we're getting this much money for him. So yeah, let's raise a bit of revenue. Let's maybe even sell him on and get somebody else in his place. Adrian was absolutely immense in the second half of last season as well. So even though he's 30, and even though Lafont's coming up and it's probably going to overtake him soon, I just don't really want to sell him. I don't. I want to give him at least one more season. Anyway, West Ham, we've scored 16 minutes, skip ahead, 4-0 victory, Cresswell with 2, Intep with a goal, and Lacazette came off the bench and picked one up as well. And still moving right along in the cup, we're going to continue again with the game against Benfica in the semi-finals. We didn't get any transfer offers or anything in between those two games. So, skip ahead once more. 5-4 on penalties. We got it done. There was an injury. I was a bit worried for a second, but it didn't go to one of our players. We might actually be able to go the entire bloody international friendly tournament without an injury, and we might even win it as well. Fosu-Mensah and Oxford go up by a bit. Holy shit, have a look at this. We're getting an offer for Mark Noble, 30 years of age, 78 rated. I think he's already started to drop off a bit as well with his overall and with some of his stats. And I know I just said he was undroppable, but the only reason he's undroppable isn't because he's the best player in the team or anything. He's far from. It's because, just out of respect, like, it's Mark Noble. This is West Ham. We can't be selling Mark Noble, but fuck it. If we can get some good money for him, then I don't know. I might consider it. Look, I was genuinely tempted to try to sell him for like 15, 16 million now all of a sudden, but I'm still Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to sell Mark Noble. Let's let him retire at West Ham. Fuck's sake. It's not, it's not a sensible business decision, but fuck it. We'll just do it out of respect. Holy shit, though. Take a look at this. Jonathan Calleri. I don't even think I've got this guy transfer listed, but we just got a very nice offer from Swansea City for Calleri, a player that I honestly didn't play too much last season. Wasn't too big a fan of, to be fair, but he's definitely my second highest rated striker now that Zaza's loans ended and he's gone back to Juve. He's worth a fair bit. 80 rated, still quite young as well, 23, so he could definitely get better and become a very nice striker for us, but I honestly am not too sure about this. Swansea City, 25 mil. We could get him for 30. I wonder if we could even like try to push that to get to like 35 or 40. I think it's going to have to be one of those like incredibly crazy counter offers that they'd have to be nuts themselves to try to match. So that's what it's going to be. A $40 million counter offer. No way Swansea can get that. But here we are. We've made it. July 19th, the final of the international friendly tournament. And you know what? I'm still going to risk it. Hopefully we don't pick up any terrible injuries, but I'm going to put my best team out there. Lacazette, Payet, and all that lot they're starting. I really want to make sure that I win this thing. Get that extra cash in that we could have got for selling on Noble or something like that. I don't know. I really want to make sure that I win this for some reason. I just want to say, yep, we've won the international friendly tournament. We've gone back to back in both of the two that we've done. And yeah, just get that extra cash in. So I'm taking the risk. Please just don't get injured. Nobody get injured. I don't care if we lose 3-4-0 if no one gets injured. Although I'd love to win and still no one get injured. That'd be great. Skip. 5-4. Reed's injured. Oh, great. Thank you very fucking much. Don't tell me that the second team would have won if I put them in. Well, that's fucking great, isn't it? Let's see. How long's he out for? 3 days. Okay, that's like the near least, like 3 days. It's fine. It's the best injury that we could have hoped for if anyone had to. But at the same time, would have loved to have beaten them, but it did go to penalties, and we did get out on penalties. That's fine, though. We definitely now have all of the information for all the players in my shortlist now, so I'm going to start throwing down some offers, and I'm going to start with centre-backs. I have 3 in here right now. The highest-rated player is Ruben Semedo, and look, I already know that I have another player in my team called Nelson Semedo, so how crazy would it be if we had Semedo and Semedo in the back line right there? Ruben Semedo and Nelson Semedo. That, for some reason, be like super cool. And plus, taking a look at him, 23 years of age, 81 rated. He's got some very nice stats. Love the aggression, good pace and physical for a centre-back as well. Love the strength and the jumping. He could be a real threat at corners too. So I want to pick him up, honestly. We could have like a potential Portuguese sort of fucking... We could have like a potential Portuguese revolution at West Ham on our hands here. You never know. But still, 20 mil, that's what I'm going to start off with. It's less in his value, but we'll just get the ball rolling. The second player here, and a bit of a throwback as well, the second centre-back is Jason Denier, of course. We picked him up very early in the Portsmouth career mode, and he was very good for us. Or should I say, not super early, but we did get him in at some point, and he was terrific for us. And I want to see if I can bring him back. 76 rated, 22 years of age. Not as good and as highly rated as Semedo, but still a little bit younger. Could grow to get to a very good overall, and I want to bring him in as well. And the final centre-back I'm looking at is Kimpembe. He's a 75 rated, 21 years of age centre-back, 6 mil, a little bit lower rated than Denier, only by the 1 overall, but he is a whole year younger as well. So, who knows? In the end, maybe he could probably be the second best centre-back to pick up. I don't know. But again, I'm going to throw an offer down his way. So that's it then. We're just going to advance. We're going to try to get the centre-back sorted, and I'm probably going to go for Ruben Semedo. If we can pick him up for a decent amount, it's not going to be too expensive, then I'll definitely try to get him. If we have problems, then maybe we'll go for either Denier or Kimpembe. But let's just start advancing then, and hopefully we'll hear back from, here we go, Jonathan Calleri, 31.5 mil from Swansea City. We counted for 40. They've hit us back with this. I'm going to go, and again, this is again another crazy thing, because a part of me really doesn't want to sell him, but 37.5. You pay that or get pretty close to, and maybe we're in business. We're going to counter offer for 32 million, and that's the most I'm willing to pay. That is it though. If they will accept 32, we're going to get him. If they don't accept 32, I'm going to get Denier instead. Sporting still do not want to accept Ruben Semedo. They really want a fair amount of money for a guy that's only 80, 81 rated, and yet they want 40 mil for him. I know we've got the money. I've got a lot to play around with at the moment, but I mean, that's just career mode this year. I still want to be smart with it though, so I feel like I might even... this is a very like Arsene Wenger, like, you know, sort of move right now, but I kind of see where he's coming from. I think I'm just going to make the sensible, smart centre-back decision, and hell, I might even start giving him drills and start getting him up a little higher rated pretty faster. But still, Jason Denier has accepted, so welcome to West Ham. We've brought in the hopefully future Vincent Kompany, the Belgium centre-back from Manchester City. Welcome to the team. And have a look at this. 37.5 million for Jonathan Calleri. Swansea have accepted. Wow. Well, maybe I still can go for Ruben Semedo. Maybe the money that we get for Jonathan Calleri, we could try to sign Nelson Semedo with. Even though we've still already signed Denier, I still don't mind. I would still love to go for Semedo. Whatever we get for the sale of Caleri, I'm going to try to sign Semedo with. Listen, Sporting CP, if you don't accept 35 mil, that's that. We're done. We are finished. You can keep your player. He'll be a bust anyway. We never wanted him, so fuck you. But 35 million, that's all I'm offering. Got some more transfer offers in. And hey, take a look at this. Transfer offer accepted. They've accepted 35 mil. We're going to have to pay... We had to chuck on an extra 2.5 million plus from the money that we got for the sale of Caleri. But we are going to bring this man in instead. And have a look at the incredible amount of wage that he's asking for. 20 grand. Fuck it, I feel bad for him. I'm going to throw in 25. Just an extra 5 grand. Please, you need to eat. Darren Randolph, Aston Villa want to bring him in. He's 30 years of age, 74 overall. I know that apparently... he's a bit of a cult hero in some career mode circles, but not with me, mate. See you later. Just fucking bang. Shot him in the head. Not 5 in the chest and let you bleed to death. No, we just got rid of Randolph right there. But don't worry, because I think that means I can bring in a second, or should I say a third string goalkeeper. I have a guy in my shortlist that's a little bit lower overall, but just by a little bit. Nothing too crazy. He's 72. Randolph was 74, but he's 9 years younger. He's available to get on loan, Axel Werner. He could be the second Axel player that we sign in the team. And yeah, I want to see if I can get him in on a loan and also for a future fee as well. All right then, Atletico Madrid, let's give it a go. Let's go for a 1-year loan length. And how much is he worth? 3.7. Let's go with 4.5 mil. That's the future fee that I'm willing to go for. So let's send that away. Hopefully we can bring him in. And so here we are, the first game and the only game that we're playing in this first episode of Season 2. But it is the Community Shield. It is going to be against Liverpool and it is at Wembley Stadium. Hopefully we can just take care of business in this game if we can. It's been a while, clearly, since I've jumped into FIFA. So, I don't know, I could be a bit rusty or I could come right out of the gates firing. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Let's find out. Come on, first game of the season. And there it is. That's what we're playing for today. West Ham versus Liverpool. The winners of the Premier League last season in West Ham, or in Liverpool, sorry. I wish it was West Ham. Hopefully this season anyway. A few fresh faces. They brought in Nuri Sahin from Dortmund for 15.5 mil. But let's go then. FA Cup victors versus the Premier League victors. Let's go. Good tackle. Very nice from Denier. That's a very good stuff. Good start so far. Can we keep the move going though? Lacazette, please up the middle. Oh, and I can still get it to him here. Intent, this is a beautiful move. He's got to have to finish this. Surely. No, that is such a... Why did he take that with his right foot? I thought he was going to take it with his left and bottom it in the bottom left-hand corner. No, instead he does fucking that. That is not what I expected. Was he trying to nutmeg the keeper or something? Oh my god, we've got a bad injury as well. Nelson Semedo. Oh, slide tackle, that is poor. And we're going to have a free kick opportunity with Dimitri Payet. Let's try, and I can't believe it, the outside of the foot curler with Dimitri Payet. What do we got, son? Is it on target? What the fuck was that? It didn't even get up off the ground. You know, I just buried this top left hand. Good save from Currys. You know what? I'm not going to get fancy anymore. In a game like the Community Shield, maybe, yeah, I can get a bit more fancy. But, I mean, still. Oh, my God. What a poor turnover. Lacazette. Bang. Squares it across. Payet there. Saved by Currys again. How is he getting down to that? Come on, Payet. You got to bury that. There we go. Nice. And now we're out of here, are we? We better be. We bloody better be. Come on, Lacazette. Are you in? Are you in? Start knocking it forward. Use that pace, son. Here we go. This has got to be the moment, surely. That was blocked by Ragnar Klavan. He's got the pace to stick up with Lacazette. How haven't we scored? Very rusty right now. And that's it then. Okay, half-time. Don't know how the fuck we didn't score. I do not know. We have been... I don't even think we can say we've been the better team. We've just been the team that's had so much more of the ball. We've not been fucking better. We can have all the ball in the world, but if we don't do anything with it, then what's the point? Still can't really find anyone. I've got two players that just trip over themselves, can't keep their fucking feet, can't keep the ball, can't do anything. And look at this counter-attack now that they've got from a result. We've blocked the ball. They're still going through. Origi with a shot, and that's a waste. So we have to go back. That's a nice ball squeezed in for Axel Witsel. Oh, what a slide tackle from behind by Georgette. Like, they're pulling out all the stops to try to stop this goal. Lacazette, left-hand side, Intep. You've been awful all game. You've got to start making up for it. I want the cross, or even better, in for Lacazette. Does somehow get to him. Lacazette, it gets saved. Down, Intep, bang, block, strike. It's so far wide. I can't believe how fucking terrible this man's been. I feel like it's almost certain at this point that we have to go to a fucking penalty shootout, unless we can steal something right here. Please, knock it forward. Lanzini recently substituted on. Can we get it back in? There we go. Maybe even off again. And strike. Oh, Koulibaly gets there first. Lacazette didn't even run to the ball. He just stood there and waited. Come on, we have to go immediately. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Hey, I tell you what, they've really got no one back here, do they? Absolutely not. Ayu's recently been substituted. Who is this defender? He's very quick. Ayu. Square it across. And, oh my fucking god, no, this is not happening. This is not my day. No fucking way. Oh my god. No, the two substitutes could have fucking combined to win the game at the absolute death, and he's hit the post. Oh my god, Andre Ayew. He was still getting caught, but just managed to get the ball across to that fucker in Lanzini. 9 shots, 6 on target. They've had 3 with none on. And we could not get a win. We couldn't get a fucking goal. And if Liverpool go on to win this, I swear to God, after we had it, we should have had it fucking won. Right bloody there, but we couldn't do it. Lacazette, bang, good penalty. I don't think anything can top the madness that was that last penalty shootout, but we'll have to wait and see. Jorginho, I think he's going left. He's going to chip it. He dives finally, Adrian, and he saves it. That was a weird one. All right, then Axel Witsel now. Going to try to power this, and he's done it. We could have a pretty good start here. Firmino's going to take it. I didn't see too much of him today. He's going to go right. No, he's going left, and that's a great penalty. Even with the stutter and everything, still didn't matter. Antonio now. Could be a good penalty. Oh, I thought it was saved for a second. It's still gone in. Now for Mahrez. They've gone left a fair bit today so far. He's going to do it again. He grabs it again. It's the second chip that they've tried. Why are they trying to, Panenka fucking Adrian? It's not going to happen. And I think Ayew, right here, right now, can actually try to win it for West Ham. Let's see if he does it. You better believe it, he does. What a penalty that is. Andre Ayew. What a fucking penalty. Oh, this is beautiful. Let's watch it again and again. How the hell did the keeper... Oh, I can't believe it. How did that beat the keeper? That is so good. Ayew could have sealed the... Well, he did everything that he could have, getting the ball to Lanzini, but he hit the post. But Ayew is the one that really should have been the one that deserves to have put this game to bed. And on penalties, yet again, we win at Wembley Stadium. Alright then, starting off the season with a win in the Community Shield. That is what I'm talking about. We couldn't get it done in regular time, but hey, we are penalty fucking merchants right now. We are getting it done. Alright then, we got the win. We just fucking did, but we got it on penalties. There we go. Coming right back, we see a transfer offer for Adrian. We've had so many. I'm not going to accept really anything if it's not really super high worth, like if it's not nearly double his value, I'm not going to bother offering or accepting. And anyway, Atletico Madrid have unfortunately declined the 4.5 mil, so it might be tougher to get Axel Werner than I immediately thought. I might try to up that to 5 million because I really do want to try to pick this man up, and there are apparently other clubs in for him. Take a look at that. You know what, I think I might even, just because I'm not sure it does anything, increase that to 20% as well. If it helps, it helps. But we have made it to the match against Bayern Munich, a huge game right there for West Ham in the Copa Europe. But before we actually get on and do it, I'm really quickly going to check out this one little email that we have left. We have a transfer offer from Martin Samuelsson, who I think I'm trying to loan away because he's still pretty decently rated, I think I know. And then there's also the contract offer accepted by Ruben Semedo. So we are going to sign him right at the end of this episode. Just in time he gets that contract offer in. We are going to have to pay 15 mil, pretty much more than what his value is, but I still can hope that he can get up toward a mid-80 rating and hopefully get around that overall, or around that value. I think he will. He's only 23. He's got the potential. Let's see. Come on. Welcome to West Ham. And as for Samuelsson, who's 68 rated and only 20 years of age, definitely got the potential there. Brighton want him for a year. Let's let him go. But that's going to do it for the first episode of the second season with West Ham. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. And once again, as soon as we hit 3,000 likes, if we can, on this episode, I'll have a brand new episode of the West Ham career mode ready to go. Pretty decent target, but if you can hit it, there definitely will be another West Ham episode ready and raring to go. And until then, guys, my name's MasterBucks. Have a good one.